What's up, guys? It's Zet, Aki, and Adam. I'm Zet,
I'm Aki.
I'm Adam.
and today we are playing Neverwinter Online. Woo! It is a D&D based MMO. I believe it's based on 4.0, but I'm not entirely sure. It's like a mix of 4.0, 5.0 according to their devs, whatever. So we decided to play this game because we all love Dungeons and Dragons. Everyone at this table loves Dungeons and Dragons. And we had never, well, Aki and I have played this game. Adam has not. This is going to be a fun experience where you get to see Adam's first time playing
Playing this particular game. What you're watching right now is an introductory cutscene. We've established the... we've logged into the game and we've all installed it, and when you hit create character, it shows this little cutscene. It gives you a good sort of flavor on what the essence of the game is going to be about. Obviously, this isn't gameplay footage, but it's supposed to give you an idea of what the essence of the various classes and disciplines are.
I think what it's actually supposed to do is set up for the
Right.
set you up for the beginning, because the beginning starts basically right after the scene. You see Valindra, whose origins I have forgotten at this point. I'm sorry. I'm not I'm not huge on the Neverwinter lore like a lot of people are. Eberron is my favorite setting. Well, actually, Planescape is my favorite setting. City of Sigil and all that. But moving on. We see a rogue being a rogue, doing dashy, slabby nonsense. So what they do in this game is you have your... You're going to see it when we get to the character creation. But they sort of merge your archetype and your class into your class selection.
So that you're not just selecting a warrior, you're selecting a great weapon fighter, or
A trickster rogue.
or a control wizard.
Or Scourge warlock. And then you can I think level 30 you can further specialize. Oh wow, that was cool. Escape! The rogue's #1 tool.
Or not dying.
Get the fuck out of Dodge.
The rogue's #2 tool for not dying?
Kill it first.
Clerics. Divine intervention.
Everyone's #2 tool for not dying. Is that your last spell for the day? I guess so.
Either that or turn undead is on cooldown.
Maybe. Well, even though cooldowns. So, cooldowns are something that happens in this game, but in D&D, you typically have a number of spells you can use per day.
4.0 almost exclusively ran on cooldown. 4.0 came out around the time that World of Warcraft was really big, and so they tried to design the game to play like World of Warcraft. So all of your abilities were basically buttons with cooldown. And you could either use them once per turn, or once per encounter, or once per day.
Well, they still have once per
And that's
encounter,
the-
once per day, once
Right.
per...
But that way they
Short
function,
rest.
but with everything functioning as a cooldown, it felt more like a cooldown, as opposed to in traditional Dungeons and Dragons, where some things you have a selection of before you require a rest, where you'll have 5 per day, or 10 per day. And that's, it's how often can I use this ability? And it's once per this duration.
I didn't play 4.0.
It was not very widely liked.
It did do a lot of good things that they improved upon in 5.0. I really like 5.0. It's my jam. So I played AD&D. That was my first sort of incursion into the Dungeons and Dragons world. And then I spent a lot of time in 3.0 and 3.5. Didn't play 4.0. Played Pathfinder, which is sort of a mistake.
Come on now, Pathfinder isn't bad.
Pathfinder was basically 3.75. It was an improvement on 3.5 that brought it in a different direction than 4.0 for the people who didn't care for 4.0. But now that the introductory cutscene is over, we can start talking a little bit more about what we're doing. So what you're seeing right now is the race selection of the character creation screen. Some of these races are premium. you have to buy them with premium currency available in the game, though the game itself is free to play. Other races are, of course, free to play. That's what a game being free to play means. Every race, as in a traditional Dungeons & Dragons setting, has its own set of advantages, and those advantages are going to make it better or worse for certain roles. The Drow, or Drow variant, that Zet is looking at right now, for example, has
+2 dexterity and either +2 charisma or +2 wisdom. Typically, when you make a character in Dungeons & Dragons nowadays, they give you this. They give you some ability scores that you can modify. You can either get +2 in this or +2 in this or this,
right,
depending on the race.
So the Drow and its variant are obviously going to be, with that extra 2 dexterity, more efficient at classes that need high dexterity. Probably rangers or rogues.
But you're going to get a chance to see that in a second. So we decided, for the first time ever, we're going to show you character customization and creation.
If you don't like this idea, please leave a comment and let us know.
Right. But we're going through it for now, so what race am I going to play? The first episode, it's probably going to be entirely character customization. I'm just letting you.
So, do we want to go top down? Because we haven't done any conversation so far about what our party dynamic is going to be. Do you want to go top down and divvy out races, or should we talk about what kind of roles we're going to play and move forward from that?
Dwarf.
Well,
yes.
Of course. Adam loves dwarves. They're his favorite race. And so he's obviously going to be a dwarf. What am I going to do?
He likes to diggy hole.
Let's just start top down. You know,
I'm going to try to not quote that so often.
I'm hoping that's our only shot at it. So normally when I play Dungeons & Dragons, I like to play jack of all trades, easily shifted into positions. I normally like to play half-elves.
I noticed that gnome isn't on the race list.
No, they have halflings, and I guess they figure that's their quota for short people.
I guess so.
Halflings and dwarves.
Dwarves are technically medium-sized, which
They
puts
are.
them in the same category as humans in terms of average height.
I'm wondering. I usually would run a tiefling, but I'm gonna run a tiefling. I'm not gonna. I would like to.
I'm not going to beat around the bush.
Yeah. Well, the drow that isn't aligned with, Minzo Barons. So this says Minzo Barons and Renegade, which says to me they're not down with the typical drow culture. But I can't be that. I can only be a normal drow. So fuck that. I'm being a tiefling.
And I think I'm going to go half-elf.
I don't really care whether it's male or female, but I think I don't know how Plate-Keenish this game gets, so I'm just going to make it male. Alright, now we're choosing character types. So how would we like ourselves to be distributed?
All right.
Oh, right, sorry.
It looks like right now the selectable classes are Trickster Rogue, Devout Cleric, Control Wizard, Oathbound Paladin, Scourge Warlock, Hunter Ranger, which sounds redundant to me, Great Weapon Fighter, and Guardian Fighter, who currently is the only class that has a variant. Internally.
I naturally gravitated towards Great Weapon Fighter.
Cool. So Adam has already selected Great Weapon Fighter.
I have not already selected it.
Oh,
You just
would
grab
l-
it like
you
you
would-
like.
That's just where you'd like to be. Got it.
Well, what am I thinking about for... I can make a cleric. I'm not feeling the heal like that right now. A paladin could be nice.
You did just put that sticker on your laptop.
Yes, I do have a paladin sticker on my laptop, but I don't typically play paladin. Control wizard.
You are very partial to the Warlock.
I am very partial to warlocks. I'm also very partial to rangers. Of course, my favorite two D&D classes, which are typically never base classes and are added in additional materials, are the Artificer and the Scion. But neither of those are here. So I'm thinking it's either gonna be Hunter Ranger or Scourge. I just need to decide which.
Some form of range damage.
Though Paladin is very tempting. I just... I'd have to pick the right god. For me. You know, I'm not typically down with the gods of the D&D world. I think they're slave masters.
There's a robust god list that you'll be able to select from later when we get to our background.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Scourge One. Play to those tiefling strengths.
Alright. So now I've got to decide.
Now we get to this portion. The rolling of stats.
Wait, before that, I need to decide if
What are your going?
what I'm going to use to fill out our party. So the Warlock has a little bit of off-healing ability with life drains, but not a terribly large amount of party support. And the Great Weapon Fighter is, of course, relatively bulky, but not a full-blown So, I could be the Devout Cleric and go for heavy support, or I could go for the Oathbound Paladin and do heavy support in the tanky way. Or I could decide to screw all of it and just be a trickster rogue.
So, have you chosen what you're going to be, Adam?
Huh?
He wants to be the Great Weapon Fighter.
Have you already picked Great Weapon Fighter?
I can unpick it if you want me to.
Okay, so Adam is a Great Weapon Fighter. I'm a Warlock.
I'm gonna be a trickster rogue to spec with the party with the proper party builds this time around.
Nice. Like an actual D&D campaign, be what you want. It's your fantasy. Which is another thing we really like about D&D. You know, being able to engage in a fantasy world with group storytelling, embracing the fantasy character you would like to play. Like
Incredibly open-endedly.
Yes, D&D is all about a group fantasy, but also your individual fantasy. What's your ideal character? How would you like them to behave? What would you like them to do? D&D gives you that sort of freedom, which is why we really like it. We're going to be telling D&D stories probably this entire series, so get ready. I think I'm going to take the two charisma and 2 constitution over the 2 charisma and 2 intelligence.
I'm also taking 2 charisma, 2 constitution. That's partially because my ability to persuade and be tricky is dependent on my charisma. But what I really need to decide is how many times I want to hit the reroll scores button, because I'm actually liking this split. I've got a 19 in charisma. That's pretty damn hot. Yeah, I've got an 18 in dexterity right now, which is super important for me as a rogue, but my strength isn't super hot. It's only 13, and my charisma, even with my plus, is only 15.
My intelligence is 13, but I don't think I needed that much of my charisma's already high. But I don't know if I can get a 19 again if I hit reroll. 19 is pretty freaking hot, I must admit. So, in D&D...
That's the one.
In D&D, 10s are typically +0 to your ability score modifier.
And are considered to be completely average for the entire population of the planet.
Right. 18s and things like that, you're heroic, you're godly, and whatever that is.
I think I'm just going to be incredibly dexterous and not much else.
Incidentally.
Wow.
Adam has shown us the initial 20 strength score.
In 5.0, a 20 strength basically puts you as the pinnacle of physique for what a mortal creature is capable of.
You need to be a giant to get much more powerful than that.
Or a deity.
True that.
And I'm not going to have much problem with the...
I'm going to reroll. See what I get.
With the brain stats there, because I'm showing neutral charisma, neutral intellect, and slightly lower than average wisdom.
Ha! This is good. 20
Which,
charisma.
you know, is a little bit, and I lost the word.
I put tomatoes in my fruit salad sometimes.
See, this is good. 13 intelligence, 15 constitution with my +2, obviously, and 20 charisma. I think that's a pretty decent starting start, even though I have an 8 in strength. What the fuck do I need strength for?
Lifting things.
I've got
Like
people
dwarfs.
for that.
Never toss a dwarf.
No, you don't have to toss me, but you can lift me up sometimes.
All right, let's
Maybe
look
I would like a piggyback ride every once in a while, huh?
I'm a rogue and will not be giving you any piggyback rides.
Look.
I'll give you a piggyback ride straight into eternal damnation. Alright, so what are we doing here? That face? That face? No, I'm just gonna hit this button. Let's... no, don't like that. You know what? Gonna hit customize and make a... Let's do... I would like a young face. Let's...
I was originally going to make an older character. If I'm going to be a rogue, we're going to not do that.
Is there a way to change your body scaling? You were like barrel chest huge. I really don't like that. Blow up your shoulder with a bit.
Body shape is the thing.
Chest width. Jeez. Maybe it's just the armor. Let me hide that. Thank you. Wow, I am muscly to all fuck. Let's...
Yes, I'm gonna be a sneaky dick with a baby face.
Let me decrease my leg. Man, I must have hit leg day every day for 100 years. Look at those legs.
Yeah.
Well, you're a dwarf.
Yeah.
You can only do
That's what you're
so
supposed to.
much with the basic dwarven. I am made of barrels.
I would like the longest
Body
tail
type.
possible. My feet, I have feet thickness, feet size. Can I?
They're not.
Tiefling toned. I like tiefling slim, thank you.
If I do,
Increase my shoulder width,
if I have a face tattoo, it'll mess with my baby face look.
waist width. Slim that up a bit. Waist depth.
No scars either. I'm a
Arms
baby
length,
face.
arms bulk, and thickness. Increase that a bit. All right, I think that's better. Let's do some things with hair. It's shorts. I don't like braids. Can we get braids? Braids would be nice. I need braids, ponytail, medium,
supposed to be
mohawk,
slim. I'm
mohawk,
still
short,
muscular.
dreads. I wish they called them locks instead of dreads. Dreads tied. Dreads thick.
Whoa.
I would like braids. Braids. That's better. Long braids.
Braids, cabal
Dwarves don't
minion.
have chins.
No, they just have more beard.
I can tell because I've removed the beard, and this is what I look like.
I see. So
Not
I'm
that
sorry I'm sorry we don't have another capture, so you can't see what Adam is showing us. Adam keeps turning their computer over here to show us what their character looks like.
Not that I was going to not have a beard, but I was scrolling through the options and happened upon a no beard option, and then I saw the chin.
You happened upon the Feely and Keely beard options.
Yeah.
I would like
Movie edition.
that. Not that color. Let's get eyebrows, facial hair. I can't have any of that. I am a tiefling. I
Like sort of bird-like profile.
like horns. Horns would be different. No. Can I get them both like there we go. Nubby and broken at the end. Horn 1 damage. I like it. Can I get my skin color to change, please? Let's see. I would like... Where is it? Tattoos? No. Head? Is my skin color on my head area? Yeah, my skin color is in my head area. I'm like a more obsidian teeth. Is it the darkest I can get? Cool. That's... Is there a way to change your base stance? Man.
Not in this game.
Mohawk.
It's...
I think I should not be a Mohawk dwarf,
Why not?
because it wouldn't fit with the character.
No.
Well, that's basically the best reason ever.
Sometimes I say things that make sense. Audience at home.
Alright, I think that.
I don't say that
how
in
I'd
a
like that.
blaming way, but the snapshot they've gotten of me is mostly the silly side.
That too far back. Can I get some? That's better. Not gonna get them broken. Why are they always broken uneven? I can never get a.
Well, because the idea is that if they're broken, they're not even. It's the difference between when Hellboy cracks off his horns with his bare hands
And when he
when he
shaves them
files
down.
them down. Right.
Yeah. Let's go with this. I like it. Tattoos. I would like. Let's go for none. No tattoos. Scars. All of these are just pretty scars. Can I get a burn or two? No? Alright then, so none. That's going to be the case. Let's make that face a bit more. Face 3? Rough? What face 4? Rough. Face 1 rough? Face 2 rough is nice.
Back in the hair.
Alright, I think I've customized this character as about as well as I can.
Great, because the next customization, the next character creation table is, in my opinion, one of the greatest character creation sections in any MMO.
And what is that?
That is the background customization. Background customization is where you get to choose your character's origin and what deity they are affiliated with.
Awesome.
This gives you, one, a quick insight into the lore that could be surrounding your character, and two, an opportunity to reorient yourself into the headspace that this is a role-playing game that you're about to be interacting. Dungeons & Dragons has always been, first and foremost, a role-playing game, and Neverwinter tries to keep that essence. And here's a great way to do it. So here we have a pantheon of deities to choose from, who our character
Worship, potentially.
right? And we have a section of the map where our character could potentially be from. As well as, for each section, one or two different potential origins for the type of people that may come out of that.
I'm gonna go escaped slave from the North Dark. Because I recently wrote a character where there was an escaped slave from the North Dark.
Meanwhile, I'm going to be from Cormyr, which is an elven city in the forest, but I'm going to be an escapee from Wayloon, which is a gang-ruled prison city. This is where my rogue backstory comes from, that, being brought up in one of these kinds of cities.
There's no good mountain option.
Well, you could be from the Underdark. Oh, you mean a mountain dwarf?
Yes.
I believe most dwarves in Faerun live underground. In underground strong. Are there mountain dwarves in?
Most of the mountains are ruled by barbarian tribes in Neverwinter, if I remember correctly.
Well, I mean, on Faerun. Neverwinter is a city.
Right.
By the by, it's also the name of the game, but Neverwinter in and of itself is a city.
90% of the time, people make themselves from Baldur's Gate, the other famous city in this setting.
Yeah. Sylvanas.
Alright, I guess I'll be from Lurar.
I wish Eilishrai was a... Eilishrai. I wish she was an option.
Another thing that I find that I really like about this is the pantheon that you have the selection from isn't restricted by your race. So even though I'm an elf, I could still choose Moradin the Allfather as my affiliated deity, who is, of course, the god who created the dwarves.
I don't want to have Helenvor as mine.
Alright. Name time.
I'm gonna go for Selune.
Alright, I know this is a little typecast, but I think I'm going to go with
Tamora.
Tamora. It's a little too obvious, but I think that's the best for this particular character.
So this game also includes a biography section, so you can actually write your character biography if you like. I'm gonna avoid that this particular episode.
I have a story in mind, but it's not really gonna matter if I type it in, does it?
No. I mean, it matters for if you like to RP with people later, but for the purposes of our series,
We're just gonna be RPing with each other.
right, or rather not at all. Let's see.
I don't know, we might have a character moment.
I'm gonna go with...
Also, I got my name on the first shot. That's statistically unlikely.
Okay. Cool. It's never really a problem for me because usually my name's a portmanteau of two Finnish or other language words.
Right. Vex Moderna. That's going to be mine. Begin adventure!
Ta-da!
Level
Congratulations,
1.
you're level 1.
Alright. Well, it appears that's a Draco Lich. I'm guessing our boat was attacked by a Draco Lich. That's not a guess. Our boat was attacked by a Draco.
And we awaken on the shores.
Are you looking for a traditional Faerunian Dwarven name, or you looking for Finnish words?
Look.
How about both?
Yeah, sure, let me hit random a couple times.
I don't know. Does the randomized name actually take into account your race?
Adric Stoneheart sounds pretty dwarven.
That does sound very dwarven. So maybe. I'm gonna sit here on the shores.
Vondal Battleheart.
There's a person named Lintel.
Thorfinn Torgorzax.
That
Scusi? What is
that just sounds like Ebonics threw up on a name.
Rangrim Torgorzax.
Sir Tintonius? I don't believe that's either of you.
No, that's definitely not me.
Are you, Alright. We've played this game together before, haven't we? So,
We have, but not necessarily on this account.
so we may not be linked. We're trying to see, are we in different zones? But you know what? That doesn't matter. Because we're going to see you guys, we'll all be together next time on Zet, Aki, and Adam. I'm Zet.
I'm Aki.
I'm Adam.
And this is signing off.
Bye-bye.